Paranoid ideation is a way of thinking. It involves having an exaggerated sense of threat or danger. People experiencing paranoid ideation often feel that others are out to get them or are conspiring against them. This can manifest in various ways, such as believing that someone is spying on them or that they are being followed. These thoughts can be persistent and overwhelming, making it difficult for the person to focus on anything else. It makes you believe that people are trying to harm you. This belief can be so strong that it feels like a constant presence in your life. You might start to see danger in everyday situations, interpreting innocent actions as malicious. For example, a simple glance from a stranger might be seen as a threatening gesture. This heightened sense of threat can lead to a state of constant vigilance, where you're always on the lookout for potential dangers. You might feel like others are plotting against you. This can create a sense of isolation, as you may start to distrust even those who are close to you. Friends, family members, and colleagues might be seen as potential threats, leading to strained relationships. The feeling that you are being watched or judged can be pervasive, making social interactions extremely stressful. This can result in withdrawing from social activities and avoiding situations where you feel vulnerable. This can be very distressing. The constant worry and fear can take a toll on your mental and physical health. You might experience symptoms such as anxiety, depression, and insomnia. The stress of always being on high alert can lead to physical symptoms like headaches, muscle tension, and fatigue. It's important to recognize that these feelings are not your fault and that help is available. It's like seeing the world through a distorted lens. Your perception of reality becomes skewed, making it hard to distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. This distorted view can make everyday tasks seem daunting and can interfere with your ability to function normally. It's as if your mind is playing tricks on you, making you see threats where there are none. Paranoid ideation is not always a sign of mental illness. It can occur in response to stressful or traumatic events. For instance, if you've been through a difficult experience, you might become more suspicious and wary of others. This is a natural response to feeling unsafe and is your mind's way of trying to protect you. However, if these thoughts become persistent and interfere with your daily life, it might be a sign that you need to seek help. Sometimes it can be a reaction to stress. High levels of stress can make you more prone to paranoid thoughts. When you're under a lot of pressure, your mind might start to see threats that aren't really there. This is because stress can affect your brain's ability to process information accurately. It's important to find healthy ways to manage stress, such as through relaxation techniques, exercise, and talking to someone you trust. Other times, it is a symptom of a larger problem. Paranoid ideation can be a feature of mental health conditions such as schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, and severe anxiety disorders. In these cases, the paranoid thoughts are often more intense and persistent. It's important to seek professional help if you or someone you know is experiencing these symptoms. A mental health professional can provide a proper diagnosis and recommend appropriate treatment options. It is important to remember that these thoughts are not always based in reality. They are often the result of your mind trying to make sense of confusing or threatening situations. By recognizing that these thoughts are distorted, you can start to challenge them and seek out more accurate information. This can help you regain a sense of control and reduce the impact of paranoid ideation on your life. They are often the product of fear and anxiety. Understanding the root cause of your paranoid thoughts can be the first step towards managing them. Techniques such as cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, can be very effective in helping you identify and challenge these thoughts. Remember, you are not alone, and support is available to help you navigate through these challenging experiences. People with paranoid ideation often experience self-referential thinking. This means they frequently interpret events and interactions as being directly related to themselves, even when there's no evidence to support this belief. It's as if they are the main character in a story where everyone else is a supporting actor, constantly observing and judging them. This self-referential thinking makes them see themselves as the center of attention, even in ordinary situations. For instance, they might walk into a room and feel that everyone is staring at them or talking about them, even if people are just going about their own business. For example, someone might believe that people are whispering about them. They might overhear a conversation and think it's about them, even if it's not. This can lead to a heightened sense of anxiety and suspicion. They might think a news story has a hidden message for them. This belief can extend to various forms of media, such as TV shows, social media posts, or even advertisements. where they feel that the content is specifically targeting them with secret messages or warnings. These thoughts can be very intrusive. They can pop up at any time, making it difficult for the person to concentrate on other things. The constant barrage of self-referential thoughts can be exhausting and overwhelming. They can make it hard to focus on everyday life. Simple tasks like working, studying, or even enjoying a hobby can become challenging because the mind is preoccupied with these intrusive thoughts. People with paranoid ideation often struggle to trust others. This lack of trust can extend to friends, family, and even strangers. They might constantly question the motives of those around them, leading to strained relationships. They might see harmless actions as threats. A simple smile or a friendly gesture can be misinterpreted as something sinister. This constant state of vigilance can be mentally draining. This can make it difficult to form relationships. The fear and suspicion can create barriers, making it hard for them to connect with others on a deeper level. Over time, this can lead to feelings of isolation and loneliness. Imagine walking down the street. Someone laughs nearby. A person with paranoid ideation might think they are being laughed at. They might misinterpret a neutral event as a personal attack. These misinterpretations can be very powerful. They can lead to feelings of fear and suspicion. For example, a person might avoid social situations because they fear being judged. They might isolate themselves from others. Section 4. Paranoid ideation and mental health. Paranoid ideation can be a symptom of several mental health conditions. These include schizophrenia, delusional disorder, and paranoid personality disorder. Each of these conditions presents unique challenges and symptoms, but they all share the common thread of paranoia. Understanding these conditions is crucial for providing appropriate support and treatment. In schizophrenia, paranoid ideation can manifest as delusions of persecution. This means that individuals may believe that others are out to harm them, even when there is no evidence to support these beliefs. These delusions can be incredibly distressing and can significantly impact a person's ability to function in daily life. These are false beliefs that are firmly held. Despite evidence to the contrary, individuals with paranoid ideation in schizophrenia are convinced of their delusions. This can lead to a great deal of anxiety and fear, making it difficult for them to trust others or feel safe. For example, a person might believe that the government is spying on them. They may think that their phone is tapped, their emails are being read, or that they are being followed. These beliefs can lead to behaviors aimed at avoiding perceived threats, such as avoiding certain places or people. Delusional disorder is characterized by persistent delusions. Unlike schizophrenia, delusional disorder does not typically involve hallucinations or a significant decline in functioning. However, the delusions themselves can be just as intense and disruptive. These delusions can be very complex and elaborate. They might involve intricate plots or conspiracies that the individual believes are directed against them. The complexity of these delusions can make them seem more plausible to the person experiencing them, further entrenching their beliefs. Paranoid personality disorder is a personality disorder. It is characterized by a long-standing pattern of pervasive distrust and suspicion of others. This distrust is not limited to specific delusions, but is a general way of thinking and interacting with the world. People with this disorder have a pervasive distrust of others. They often believe that others are out to deceive, harm, or exploit them, even without any concrete evidence. This can lead to significant difficulties in forming and maintaining relationships. They often see threats where none exist. This constant state of vigilance and suspicion can be exhausting and isolating. It can also lead to conflicts with others, as their intentions are frequently misinterpreted as malicious. Understanding and addressing these symptoms is key to helping individuals with paranoid ideation lead more fulfilling lives. So Section 5, the emotional toll, anxiety, fear, and isolation. Paranoid ideation can have a significant impact on a person's emotional well-being. It can lead to feelings of anxiety, fear, and isolation. The constant fear of being harmed can be debilitating. It can make it hard to enjoy life or engage in meaningful activities. People with paranoid ideation might avoid social situations. They may have trouble maintaining relationships. The emotional toll can be immense. Section 6. Recognizing the signs, seeking help for paranoid ideation. It's important to recognize the signs of paranoid ideation. If you or someone you know is experiencing these thoughts, seeking professional help is crucial. A mental health professional can help identify the underlying cause. They can develop a treatment plan. Treatment might include therapy or medication. Therapy can help challenge negative thought patterns. Medication can help reduce the severity of symptoms. Section 7. Understanding and support. A path to healing. Paranoid ideation can be a challenging experience. However, with understanding and support, recovery is possible. It's important to remember that people with paranoid ideation are not alone. With the right treatment and support, they can live full and meaningful lives. Remember to be patient, understanding, and supportive. Your compassion can make a world of difference.
Commit your way to the Lord, trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. Psalm 37 verse 5. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 4 verse 13.